What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Hey, we're back at it again. Today, we're going to be talking about consistency and why consistency is the most important thing in business. And if you want to beat your competitors, consistency is what is going to get that done. I'm Dylan Shields for anybody that's new. These videos I'm just posting every day to just kind of be like a reflection of my thoughts, get good at making videos, um, get my name out there on YouTube. I'm an aspiring entrepreneur, um, currently making a business. I've done businesses in the past and failed, and I'm just going to be sharing my experiences and thoughts pretty much going forward. And one of those things is to consistently post a video a day. We'll see how disciplined I can be on that. So let's dive right into the consistency and why it is so important. So if you have two people in a business and one, is, let's just say it's a sales business, and one is got a lot of talent. They're really good at talking, they got charisma, they are just really good with people. They can make sales, but they every time they make a sale or they do like a big sale or whatever, then they take some time off, right? They don't have that consistent effort. Consistent meaning like day in, day out, whether you want to do it, whether you don't. See, a lot of people, they'll win and then they feel like they want to take some time off because they don't want to do it because they're comfortable, right? Well, then you have another guy who may not be as good at sales, but he's not even like, he's just flat out bad at sales, and but he's consistently hitting the phones, right? He's calling all the numbers, pounding the phones every single day, and then at the end of the month, he's the guy that has the most sales. And now, why is that? It's hard work, persistence, consistency, all bundled into one. So if you don't have consistency, then you're going to get beat every single time. It doesn't matter what you're in. If you're in health, fitness, wealth, any facet of life, is the most consistent person usually wins. Um, the saying "hard work beats talent" when talent fails to work hard is totally true, and it makes me think of this the fable of the tortoise and the hare, because the tortoise isn't the fastest, he doesn't have the most talent, but what does he do? He just consistently takes step after step after step. While the hare, on the other hand, he'll do a quick little burst and then he'll take a break because he's cocky. He has all that talent, right? Well, who ends up winning in the end? And that's a good story for life, because I think most of us think that just because we don't have the skills, or that we're not talented, that we're not going to be able to achieve anything or make it in business. Like, for instance, the reason I'm talking about consistency is because I really struggled with it. And, I've started a drop shipping business where, I started getting some momentum. I made $100,000 revenue, not profit, probably about $10,000, $15,000 profit, which isn't a lot in today's standards. And, when you throw that right back into ads and lose it, then it's kind of, whatever. That's the punches that you have to roll with. And what I should have done is just kept going, right? When things get hard, keep going. Imagine that little picture of the guys mining for gold, and one guy is so close to gold, but you see him walking back with his pickaxe because he's so drained and just, he's tired of getting beat. Well, that's what it takes. You have to just continue to get beat until it's your turn to finally get your licks in. And once you finally have that opportunity, you better be pouncing on it. It's almost a bigger risk not to stay in an industry and just hop from one business to another like I was doing. So, for instance, I went from drop shipping to my most recent one. I was, in between there, I was dabbling in a bunch of other stuff. Like, I'm sure everyone is. Like, the average guy just quits. The thing that separates the successful from the average guy is that split moment where things are getting hard, and you can either decide to, there's a fork in the road, and you can either decide to keep going and keep enduring the shit and the pain, or you just try to switch and do something else. And when you switch and do something else, what happens is you start into another industry that you have no idea about, and you're going to take all the licks and all the poundings of that industry just the same. So you're just going to be consistently failing and losing money. You're never going to peak out and get over that barrier of entry, really, in any business that you start. So my most recent one was last about 7 months ago. I started in the insurance industry, and you guys can probably see some of my videos are on the insurance industry. Well, I got into that because it's the most profitable, like it makes the most millionaires. So obviously I was chasing the money a little bit, but I'm also really good with numbers, and I wanted to learn sales. So, I was like, oh, this could be a good opportunity to do kind of all the things that I wanted. Well, I worked really hard at that for 6 months. And again, in about October of 2022, things were getting hard, right? Like, I had already been through all this shit of, getting licensed and, making sales calls that just wouldn't go through, reaching out to people that wasn't working. And we look at that as failure, and I should have been looking at it as I'm growing, I'm getting better in sales, right? So, and then naturally I quit, and in November of 2022 is when I really took a step back and was analyzing my life. And and I said, like, you need to make some changes. Like, you're 24 years old, you're smart, you're capable, you know that you can be focused and determined, you know that you can build something. It's just that remaining consistent when it gets hard, the waking up. So like I said, over the past 2 months, I've really just been trying to train my brain to remain consistent. So I've been implementing things to work out that muscle, so to speak. So, I'm going to the gym every day at 4 in the morning, so that that's a hard barrier of entry. That's like, oh, you wake up, you're tired. I have two jobs that I work. I have kids, so I'm tired in the morning. But you know what? Who gives a shit? That little bitch voice in my head is saying, stay in bed. But the version of myself that I want to be is up at 4 in the morning and making it to the gym and getting a workout in and reading every day. 10 pages. It's a low threshold that you start to build on. And then I started tracking my finances because I wanted my finances to be in a good spot. So any money I have extra, I can invest into this and my business, and starting to really focus on growing my businesses and just learning how to deal with the shit and remain consistent. So that's kind of led me up to today. Like, another thing that I'm doing now is filming videos. I want to film a video a day, just recording my thoughts. Like, my thought process is, well, if I can journal every day, then I can make a little video log. And, they might not be the best content, but they're going to be raw, and they're going to be unedited videos of just me talking about what I've been going through, how I'm going to change. And, I think I'm one of those people that needs to speak it in order for it to happen. So it's not really so much I'm putting these videos out for you guys to like, take my advice and be like, oh, Dylan's created a big business, maybe I should listen to him. It's more to be like, oh, Dylan's been trying to make a business, maybe I should listen to him in that sense of frame, right? Like, maybe I could learn something from him on what not to do. That's my mindset for now. And then, when I do remain consistent going forward and my next business does blow up, then because I'm not going to quit, then you guys can come back and watch these videos as well and maybe have some more value. Those are my thoughts for today on Friday. I know it was a little long today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll hope to see you guys tomorrow. Go get 'em.